Okay guys, so we're planting our garlic today, and first thing we did is we went ahead and separated our cloves from the garlic head, and look how beautiful these cloves are. I mean, look how big they are. This is a hardneck uh, white German variety, and when you're planting garlic, I want to see the smallest one we have here, but when you're planting garlic, you want to use the bigger the clove, the better. So in comparison, look at these two different cloves, same variety, same everything, just different heads. So the bigger the clove, which is this one, will give you bigger heads next spring. Smaller ones will obviously give you smaller ones. We still plant, some smaller ones as well, because there's obviously not a ton of these big, huge ones. And if I can, there we go. Now we're focused in. There's not a lot of these huge ones. There's more smaller ones, which are still good size. The reason we like garlic that's hardneck is because it gives you the gardenscapes in the spring and summer that you can also cook, although you got to catch it at the right time. The garlic scapes, if you don't harvest them early enough, they become all uh, they become, let me see if I can, there we go, they become all hard and chewy. But some people say that you want to harvest them when they have that first loop. Some people say when they're still straight. Kind of depends on uh, each case, so it depends on what's going on. But we're ready to plant. I'll show you our garden bed, which is right behind me here. Show you what we did to it. It's beginning end of October. We like to get our garlic in the ground before 1st of November. Then it's going to be doing much better. He'll have more time to establish and grow throughout the winter, or through the fall still a little bit, and then in the winter as well. So these are our garlic bed that we're planting it. And so basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take these garlic cloves that I separated, and I already pre-made all these holes in here, and just putting them in just like that, with the top pointing up. That will be the new plant. That's how it's going to start growing. Then I will cover them. We've amended soil on here with chicken manure, so high nitrogen soil, and hopefully that will give them a good head start, and they'll start producing really well. We're going to be probably planting about 150 plants in here. I really jam my garlic close together. As you can see, they're going to be about 6 inches apart each row, as well as 6 inches apart on plants. So some people say 6 inches, 1 foot apart. I don't have that much room, and we go through a lot of garlic, so we kind of jam it all in as much as we can. Uh, when you jam it so much in, you want to be able to amend the soil, make sure there's enough nitrogen, enough nutrients in it, that it will feed the garlic so they can grow. So there's catch 22. Also, you don't want to plant the garlic in the same spot year after year. You want to rotate your beds. Last year, or this year still, we had some potatoes growing over there, as well as some cauliflower over here. So we've added nutrients to it. We've added compost, wood chips, rebuilt some soil. We'll still add more wood chips and more compost to it later on. Weed it, feed it, and hopefully get a great harvest next year. So without any more information, or any more talk, I'll be going back and planting the rest of this garlic in, and hopefully getting it all done by end of today. Okay, so I got all my garlic planted. Roughly, I think I got in this bed along here, right here that you're seeing, I think I have about 130 plants, roughly 130 plants in here. And it's pretty tight for this kind of area. I mean, it's tight. So we're gonna keep it like it is. We've done it before, so it's doable. You just gotta, it makes it a little bit harder to weed, and you gotta feed more with it, but it's definitely doable. So basically, after getting all of our cloves in here, what I'm gonna do is I have these weird looking rakes which are kind of work pretty good, and I'll just rake everything up, just lightly cover it. You can even use your hands, it doesn't really matter what you use, but cover everything and maybe add some mulch a little bit later, and then wait for them to sprout, and just watch for feeding it for weeds growing and pulling those weeds early. Don't let them sprout, so when or don't let them grow really big, because then you're gonna start pulling out garlic with the weeds together, and that's not what we're not trying to achieve. So hopefully we'll get a good harvest next year, and I'll definitely show you what's going to be happening on our garlic scapes here.